I don't guess I've ever seen what I would consider to be like a half bridge. That's different, but whatever. It's cool, I guess. We are very remote here. Legitimately no cell phone service. So gotta be pretty smart and mindful about that. But my Onyx is working. I did download the Obsession app, but it seems to be struggling with basically no cell phone service. So gonna have to be rocking with the Onyx today. Very beautiful spot though. Just definitely was not anticipating no service, but it's alright, we'll figure it out. Alrighty, we have actually made it to the trail. As you can see, it is a Blue Blaze trail, which is not necessarily intentional. I don't know that I'd necessarily say that John Collins Black downplayed that. I guess you could interpret that he might have when he was talking about all you need is a map and not so much the context in the chapter of the story, but perhaps he did. Kind of hard to say. I did get some research that this trail is not the best maintained trail, but we're coming up on what I consider to be the Barney aspect, the Barney head of the trail in a little bit. So it's definitely where we want to be. We'll get there. Starting to go up and over a hill or ridge, whatever. So I'm gonna record for a little bit and then probably just have to do random videos along the way. So it is white out. I don't have good service, etc. So the party's kind of shifted to staying on track. Thankfully the Onyx app is working with the satellite GPS. So that's good. I think I'm dressed a little too warm. Sorry. I'd rather be warm right now than cold. It's about 40 degrees out. See ya. We'll be back. Alrighty, I guess we're in the curve below the Barney head, that's what I would call it, and still very remote, still very thick brush, but we are picking up some bent trees in the area. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of stuff in terms of images close to the map or close to the trail that you're supposed to take, so I'm not too worried about not seeing a ton of things like that. We're definitely in bear country. We're picking up some bent trees, but again, very thick here. Not exactly where I can see John Collins Black, unless it's like Mac and something like that, hiding the box. But still more ways to go till we get to the arrow-ish area. There, I don't know if 1727 comes into play up here. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. We'll get there. All right, we are about 2 miles out. We can hear the river downhill rushing, which is pretty cool. If you were to put this Barney head looking trail, line it up as best you could with the John Collins Black Appalachian Trail map, this is about where you would be for this final spot. This part of the trail doesn't necessarily curve back around like the final triangle or X with the 1727 Northeast. So I don't really have a way to like say this is the spot. There is a bent tree here, several bent trees. One of the things about treasure hunting is trying to just think about, I don't necessarily know what year John hid Appalachian Trail blocks. I don't know if this is placed or not. I'm just kind of like, for example, how long has this tree been down? If it was down when John hid it there, would it be a place that you'd hide it? Maybe, probably, could be. The grade going down, I guess, again, doesn't necessarily match up, but I guess I would like need to go down in this ravine area. It's a little steep, but it's not horrible. There's a little bit of thicket. So I'm going to think about it, whether I'm going to go down that stuff or not. It's hard not to, obviously, because the thrill of not, or I guess you could say the thrill or curiosity of not checking something is very real, and you know, the fear of not checking or fear of missing out is definitely a very real thing, but it is slick and wet. It's not raining, but it's wet. I mean, I'm up here in the wilderness. I am between mountain ridges. The ridge here itself actually kind of goes a little bit around me and up a ways a bit. Again, it's not the easiest of walking or hiking. There was a spot about 100 yards back this way around the curve or the bend. There's kind of a down tree within about 50 to 100 feet of the trail that I might go check out. But again, it's at this point, is safety first. This trail has been not bad to hike. I've only gone about 2 miles from our park, which is nice. But I was expecting and hoping less remote, less of a grade and incline to get to the general area. So yeah, I'm trying to think about it and be smart about it, right? Let's not be stupid. Let's be smart. Safety first. It's a cool area. Worst case scenario, it's a badass spot. And I'm gonna go do some trout fishing later. So darn. But anyway, we'll record some, but safety first. So we're probably gonna do our best to not bust our ass and stay safe, and then get to a couple spots and film some more stuff. But not the area where I'm gonna be holding my hands out with the phone recording. I do have a like chest holder phone app, or not app, like something to hold my phone out for me. I left it in the truck. Also, luckily, it's not been an issue, but the worst time to realize that you left your bear spray at home is when you're out in the remote wilderness without it, and I did do just that. So definitely in black bear country. Haven't seen any, thankfully, but can definitely see some being in this area for sure. So focus up, pay attention, be smart. We'll be back. Oh, whoops. Thought I was recording for a while there. So I've came down the ravine and down the hill, starting to go left, which is kind of where I would think I need to go. The only concern though is that I'm backing up and getting close to not only the road back there that I think y'all can see, but a campground. And JCB has said numerous times he hid the boxes, places that somebody wouldn't stumble upon them, whether they're camper out walking or hiker. So I've actually got to go a little bit left this way. We'll just kind of see how remote or off the trail this kind of gets. I did check out a couple areas, trekking down the hill. A little bit of a steep grade, but not too bad. I don't see, I was hoping to see or wanting to see like a rock formation or rock pile. Haven't seen that yet. We're going to keep going this way a little bit. I wouldn't think it would be this down tree here. And again, like, you have to think, was this even a down tree when JCB was here a couple years ago? Don't know, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to look. And now I got to go back on the backside of this tree because that's definitely kind of a hidden spot. And then we are in the general area again. No rock formation. Nothing to tell me any like bear signs or anything for bear. I don't know how you interpret the last spot, bear rocks or whatever it may be, but just nothing like that. When you see something like this, you have to check it. I don't see anything. I envision, or in my mind, JCB's boxes will be enclosed in some kind of clear acrylic box, similar to like a fish tank, of the acrylic variation, and maybe have some kind of lock on them, and that way they're protected from the elements. Yeah, when you see something like this, you gotta look. Fear of not checking's real. There's nothing in there. Anyway, we're gonna keep looking around some of the down trees and behind some of the trees, and then keep going down on left, back towards the way I came initially. And gonna continue to search that general area. So let's do it. If it gets too treacherous, I'll turn the phone off and kind of focus more on safety than recording, but we'll see. We are in the spot that I intended to be in. But again, we're pretty close to a trail, so I'm not really too confident in this general area, but there's some potential places to look, so we're gonna look. We came all this way and here we are. So apologize for the rocky phone and camera, but walking up and down some rocks, slugging it back on this big old heavy jacket that was roasting me earlier. And there's some briars. Oh. But yeah, you can look around, see if you can see what I envision being a acrylic box out here in the wilderness. I don't think the boxes are just going to be kind of exposed. I don't know if y'all saw, he did a recent interview a couple days ago, and I don't remember the foundation's name, but I want to say it's like autism awareness or some kind of awareness. And about 70% of the video is him answering questions about the hunts and the boxes, and then there's a little bit at the end about the company or service, whatever, foundation, charity, etc. But he does say like they're hidden. they're protected. So to me, to not only be protected but kind of visible or noticeable for someone surfing, there would have to be some kind of acrylic piece. So that's what we're looking for. This is kind of some thick stuff right here in terms of briars and whatnot, but it's all right. We got some big old hiking boots on. Oh man, this is like, I've heard about how, see, there's the campground right there. Man, that is disappointing. I was not hoping to be that close, but I would say I'm off the, I don't know, maybe not off the beaten path enough to where putting something right might make sense, but there's no chance in hell he's putting it right behind a camping area. That's for damn sure. So if it's not here, we're gonna walk back and kind of get back to the truck. I will go check out that kind of spot up around that general area, up and over the ridge line, and see if it's over there. More remote and more off the beaten path from that. that. So we'll see. Alrighty, so I've been saying for a little bit, not a lot of this area makes me too excited about the end of the map from JCB Flat Fishing Trail. We are pretty close to a campground. Obviously in the spring or summer it's less visible to see down through there than it is right now in the winter, but as you can see we do have some kind of bent trees here, which the end of the trail area for the end of the map trail does have a rather prominent bent tree, and nothing's really piqued my interest until that. That's definitely resembling of the bent tree towards the end. I am on the trail. Not sure where it goes, but that is interesting for sure. So we're gonna walk towards this really large bent tree. And when we get there, I'll kind of keep showing y'all how close we are to the campground, which is a deterrent for me, but we'll see. Look at that though, I mean that looks a lot like the tree at the end of the map. Not gonna lie. But as you can see, I'm not sure what those two, yeah, you can kind of see those two. I'm not sure exactly what those are. But as I zoom in, you can clearly see the campground and the roads right there. So this is, I don't know. You can even see some plumbing pipes, etc. in the area for the campground. But this tree though, my goodness. That looks very familiar. But where would we go from here to get away from the campground and hide something if you were to? And also be away from the campground enough to not be noticed or be stumbled upon. That's kind of the big question right now. But yeah, look at that guy. That's a pretty darn close match to the tree at the end of the trail. But where do we go now? Well, I guess it would make sense to check these down trees here. But again, the closer I get to the campground, the more it just makes me think it's not here. But we're going to kind of check this general area and see. I don't have any reason to think that the boxes are hanging from the tree. I guess you're silly not to at least check. If you find something kind of like this tree that makes you have some level of confidence, but I don't know. It makes sense to keep going on this trail up to the left. I can't really tell where it goes from here, but it makes sense to get more and more away from the trail that we're currently on, the Blue Blaze Trail. I can't quite remember the name of it. Don't know if I'd say it regardless. But yeah, we definitely found a marker that's interesting and compelling. Now what? Alright, so we have continued past that tree. We can see we're still on the Blue Blaze Trail aspect. This trail looks to go around and to the left over there. But you can see, and kind of see through those other trees, the bigger leaning tree right there. So we've kind of gone past that and we're in what I would consider to be the general area based off of the tree, and kind of going back downhill and to the left of where the triangle next would be. But as you can see, it's a pretty steep back up through there, so I'm not going to rule out the possibility of JCB tracking up there and placing the box behind one of these trees, I guess, but it's not exactly the... Oh, what is that? There's something on that. I probably can't see it. Hold on. See if I can get this on camera. There's something like on it. It's probably nothing. It's probably just a natural marking, but see if I can... There it is. Hello. There it is. That's a... And that's... Sorry. That littered... Yeah, well, let's see. Sorry, I know I'm kind of all over the place here, trying to get this little... Does that not look like a person? Weird. That's interesting. That is... Like, I think that's natural, but man, that's interesting. I noticed it from 100 yards away. So I'm definitely going to go up there. It does seem natural, but it seems really odd and really like a focus point up the hill. So I'm going to have to go up there. It's steep, but it is what it is. When you're at the spot that you're pretty convinced in and you find something compelling like that big tree back there and you go past it, as the trail map and kind of tells you that you want to get away from all that down there. Beautiful green space with campground. You want to kind of get away from that. And so that going up that hill, that steep hill, would kind of be the way to go. So I think I'm gonna go down the trail here a little bit, continue to film. It's actually going to be in a pretty nice day. It's in the high 40s. It's a little cool. Not raining, but it's wet out from the recent rains yesterday and the day before. Really cool area though. Really glad I decided to come here today. But I think I'm going to go around this trail, try to go back left, and try to see if there's an easier route up this ravine, and try to get to that really weird marking on the tree up there. So yeah, let's do it. Let's see what's up here. A bear? No, I'm just kidding. Don't know what I would do if I saw a bear other than scream for fun. Let's see what the bear does. Get my Goldberg on and try to spear it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm definitely not a pro tip to entice a bear in any way. There's a silver mark on that tree. Okay, that was fun. So this trail is kind of narrow. Oh, this trail is kind of narrow. If you're not paying attention a little bit and get distracted, you can kind of go downhill a little bit unintentionally, which is what I almost did. We're good. Yeah, let's just get closer. It's another similar looking thing on that tree, but the other one was a lot more prominent. That's weird, right? That looks more natural, and perhaps when we get to the tree, we'll have the same thought, but I'm gonna try to go around and see if we can get up there a little more logically and kind of backtrack, because this is kind of where we want to be. No rock formations or anything that would tell me rocks or bear, thankfully. But we're gonna keep walking, keep checking, see what's back here. I do want to go left eventually. I don't want to continue too far down this trail because we're getting away from the quote-unquote search area. I definitely want to figure out, okay, so this trail does not seem to go where I was thinking it was going to go at all. I'm literally, like, if there are people out there at the campsite, I could wave to them. Looks like some kind of amphitheater or something down there. No idea. Alright, this is not where I thought it would go. Alright, we're going in the woods. We're going off the beaten path. I much prefer walking uphill as long as it's not too steep, and downhill, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm going to end this video and pick up on the other side, start a new one now, because we're at 5 minutes. Alright, let's get up to that odd marking on the tree, which is probably natural, but it seems kind of odd. Apologize for the bouncy camera. Like I said, I do have a chest mount for my phone. I just left it in the truck. I was kind of hesitant to come out here with no phone service whatsoever and the prompts for satellite service to kick in case of an emergency, but I realized that My Onyx app is working, so I'm good. It's not a treacherous area. I'm good there. So that point is just a matter of being smart. Following the Onyx strap mail, Onyx map trail. You're getting out to where you want to go, right here. Alright. Where would you be, boss? Up here, away from the campground for sure. I gotta go up here and bank a left to get to the area, that little tree and marking. Which again, probably nothing, but interesting nonetheless. You see something like this, and all these down trees, you think, yeah, you definitely put some over here. A rock formation will be great though. That'd be outstanding. Not yet. But again, I've said it a couple times in previous videos, like, how much of this might have been down when JCB could have been here? Don't know. Yeah. Alrighty. That marked tree should be over here somewhere. A little thin tree with a super random white mark on it. There's something you see, I'm kind of curious about it. See this tree? Half of it's gray, half of it's brownish, I guess, or darker gray. I wonder if that's just exposure to the sun, but not every tree is like that, so it's kind of unique and interesting. Yeah, kind of weird. Half gray, half regular tree look, whatever, trailer, whatever that would be. You can see the one behind it, kind of similar too, right? That's weird. Alrighty, where's that little tree at? Dun, dun, dun. I think that is that the marker or something? Oh, this might be over here. I don't think that's it. Alright, where'd you go? Well, we'll find this little tree for sure. Now that I'm up in there, I proceed to be the criteria. I'm not seeing it. Alright. Where'd you go, little tree? Excuse me. Nope. Definitely a lot of down trees to look at. But I want to find that one little tree that I saw from the trail down there. Because that was definitely something caught my eye. So I'm going to go downhill a little bit and look back up. See if I can locate that tree. Should have been a little smarter and trying to pinpoint something else that was close to the tree to give you an indication of where that tree is, but we'll find it. This is an interesting spot down here with this mound. Where did that tree go? It was such a prominent view. Eye catcher from down there, now I'm still seeing it. Oh, this is interesting. This is treasury. But there's nothing there. Yeah. This is interesting. It makes you want to get down there and move some leaves, right? It's definitely possible, as we saw with, see when you believe Forrest Fenn, treasure box location was where it was, that there's going to be some natural cover, and at this time of year it's obviously not a lot of leaves down. Oh, I'm down here by those two things. Wait a second. Oh, there's the trail. Okay. So it would have been... Oh, I gotta go back this other way, but we're gonna look here first. There's also, you have to be cautious with things. I don't know if y'all can really see the indention that well here or not, but like, I don't know if that's an indention or if it's like a straight up hole down there, right? So you gotta be kind of smart when you're kicking around stuff like this, that you don't fall through a hole or something crazy, right? But it's interesting enough to where you want to move some stuff around to see if you feel anything hard down here. It's also just hard to say how much, okay, no, should be there, how much leaf cover there would be. Alright, hold on. Get back down this trail, go back to the right. Get prodded by a stick in the gut, that's fun. guess we are going to check straight up in that weird thing in that tree. That's not the tree, it's gotten on this way that I stopped at to see it. Okay, where'd you go? Right. Oh, don't tell me I won't be able to find this thing again, that's crazy. It was such a prominent looking thing from where I was. Okay, there's the bent tree. Alright, that's not it. Where'd you go? Alright, we're gonna stop this video and pick up on the other side. Okay, we found the little marker. Need to zoom in. Y'all cannot see what I see. Oh, there it is. So that's an interesting mark on the tree that we saw earlier. It legitimately looks like a person. So we're gonna go, unfortunately, up this incline to that spot. Smarter to not record and to put my phone up here, so once we get up there we'll start recording again. Yeah, be a little heavy. It's definitely steep grade, but there's that tree. It's also a bent tree sticking right there. 10-15 yards to get up there. I was gonna do it. Alrighty, so we have come to the spot that we intended to come to. I'm not quite sure if I want to rule it out. I probably will. So at some point I'll likely share the theory that I had about where the Appalachian Trail box could be if it were in this general area. I do have a little bit more kind of searching the area. I feel like I'm going to go up in that area and kind of search those trees and this kind of down tree over here so anyone can see that, and do a little bit more looking around. But I think I've pretty much exhausted not only the search, but also almost myself. I did go up that really steep incline to that person-looking marking on the tree, and it was definitely a steep incline. It's kind of one of those things, if you lean too far back on accident, you're gonna go backwards and go surf on your back. Did not happen for me. Stayed safe, stayed good. I have yet to see, or have not seen any rock formations or pile of rocks in the area that would make me overly excited to go look up on the hill or the mountain, and I am kind of really close to that campground area. Looks like an amphitheater of sorts, and that house possibly, I don't know, plumbing house. So if John hid this box in this area for that Appalachian Trail box this time of year, I kind of doubt. I think we're just too close to a campground. There's nobody there right now, but I don't know, just really close to me. So I think I might go check out through these trees up here and kind of see if there's anything up on these down trees, or if I can see any rocks up on that hill, and kind of go from there. But aside from that, I'm going to head back to my truck, take a break, take a breather, eat a little snack, get some water in me, try to figure out where to go fly fishing. So yeah, glad y'all came along. I don't have any service up here whatsoever, so we couldn't do any lives or anything. Just all recorded content I'll have to edit later. But beautiful area, really pretty, just so cool, such a cool spot. Definitely glad I came. So, a little bit more searching. We're going to sign off, and we're going to do some fly fishing later.